Usually, if we wanted to use Claude Code, we would have to chat to it within a window like this, or we can actually run it inside of our terminal just by typing in Claude like this, and then we're using it inside of our terminal. But now we can actually use it remotely with their feature called remote control on our phone. Now it's actually really easy to set up. All you need to do is come to your terminal and run this command here, Claude remote dash control, hit enter, and then Claude is going to give us this session URL. What we can do with this, we can just copy and paste that into our phone browser, or we can just hit space, and now it's given us a QR code to scan, and once we scan that, it will just open up Claude Code inside of the folder that we're in this case being the Creative Content Engine, allowing us to use that from our phone. So I'm going to go ahead, scan that QR code now and show you exactly what I mean. So I'm just going to, for this example, just copy and paste that link here into my browser. And you can see that I've just scanned that QR code and it's taken me to the Creative Content Engine here. So I can just say, we'll use a reference image here that we have. And it's going to go ahead and actually generate me a ad using the reference images that you can see in my reference folder here. So Ignite pre-workout and then Jane. And then what it's going to do after that, it's going to update the Creative Content Engine inside of Airtable. Now, I know my camera's gone. I'm using my phone to record myself, so that's why you can't see me right now. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let this run, and then I'll come back in a second. So, like you can see on my phone screen right now, basically we're just running the Creative Content Engine straight from my phone, which is extremely powerful because that means I can leave my computer, go to the gym or go shopping and actually control it from my phone. So once this is created, the image for me inside of the Creative Content Engine, we'll have a look at them and see the results. So now you can see that it's been completed and it says head to Airtable to review or reject. So we'll head over to the Creative Content Engine now. So, okay, so I'm inside of the Creative Content Engine now, and you can see that our new post has been generated using the two reference images that we asked for, Jane and Ignite Fuel, and then we can have a look at the two generated images. So pretty cool stuff. makes it super useful to be able to do this. Now, this isn't a new feature. It's been out for a couple weeks now for Max Plan users, but Claude has recently allowed it to Pro Plan users as well now, so you can use this on the smaller Claude Code plan if you want to. So what is this remote control feature? It allows you to basically just control Claude Code from anywhere, automate your tasks, and as you saw previously, there is no really setup required to do this. It's just one command within Claude Code in the terminal, and you're ready to use this straight away. So here is the setup. You can see Claude remote control in the terminal, scan that QR code, and then you're connected and ready to use it straight away. Now, one thing I would say is the session link. Do not share that with anyone, or make sure that you close the session down after, because anyone with this link can access your Claude Code session, and you obviously don't want that to happen. Now, one thing that I wanted to mention quickly as well, if I go back to Claude Code and I look at our previous conversations, you can see that this is the conversation that I had on my phone with Claude, so we can actually just access that chat back on my computer straight after. So say if you just wanted to pop out, run a few tasks from your phone, jump back in, when you're back to exactly the same chat on your computer, that is completely possible as well. So I'm inside of the Claude Code docs now, where they give you a lot more detail on how this actually works. I'll leave the link to this in the description of this video. So you can use your full local environment remotely. So your MCP servers, your tools, your project configuration all stay available when you're actually hosting this remotely from your phone. So it can work from both surfaces at once, meaning your phone and your computer. If your laptop sleeps or your network drops, the session reconnects automatically when your machine comes back online. So unlike Claude Code on the web, which runs on cloud infrastructure, remote control sessions run directly on your machine and interact with your local file system. Basically what this means is that you need your computer on and Claude Code running to be able to actually use this remote control feature. So there are a few limitations to this remote control feature, being one remote session per interactive process. So outside of server mode, each Claude Code instance supports one remote session at a time. Terminal must stay open, like I mentioned. You need to be running your terminal on your computer to actually be able to use this. And extended network outage. So if your machine is awake but unable to reach the network for roughly more than 10 minutes, the session times out and the process exits. But you can just run Claude Code remote control again to start a new session. Now, if this doesn't work for you when you're trying to do it, just make sure that you have everything updated. So update Claude Code, update your Claude app on your phone, because this will only work with the newer versions of both of those. Now, I wanted to keep this video quite short, but while So when I was testing this out initially, I did try and log in to the Claude Code session from another Claude Code account or a Claude account, but it was taking a while to load. But just to be safe, make sure that you close all of your sessions, because you don't want someone else accessing your Claude Code and being able to use your system. So yeah, just be wary of that. But what I'll do is I'll leave the Claude Code docs in the description, as well as a few more bits inside my free school community that you can join from the description below. But I wanted to keep this video short. Let's move on to the last thing. So why this is cool. Background processes. So remote tasks continue processing on the server. So like I mentioned earlier, you can go out, walk your dog, go to the gym, do some shopping, and control your Claude Code while doing that. Then, so why this new feature is so cool, and I can see it being massive for Claude Code. Now, background processes, which we mentioned earlier, remote tasks continue processing on the server. So you can use Claude Code when you're out and about, walking your dog, at the gym, going shopping, whatever you want really. Now that you can do that. So unlimited mobility, monitor or trigger scripts from anywhere that you want. Like you saw from the example earlier, I was on my phone and I asked Claude Code to generate me an image with 2 reference images. And then we also get real-time confirmation. So again, like you saw on my phone, it said that this task is done. I go and view it on Airtable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to put this out there because I thought it was quite a cool new feature from Claude. Again, this has been out for a couple of weeks, but it was only available to max plan users. But now you can use it on the pro plan and smaller plans, like API plans and stuff like that. So go check it out. If you run into any errors, just make sure you have everything updated. But yeah, thank you very much for viewing this video, and I hope you have a great day.